fall in the background. Today we're going to ride a bit further into Sweden. It's totally different in terms of temperature at the moment. In the beginning of our trip we had 30 degrees Celsius. Now it's 3 to 11 degrees. And I think tonight it was like 5 degrees Celsius. So it was a lot colder, which is actually great because our sleeping bag comes in handy then. And it's better for sleeping, I think. Especially in a tent, it gets warm pretty quickly. I think it stopped raining. It did rain until like 5 minutes ago. So we thought about breaking the tent off from the inside. So first the inside tent and then the outside tent and then the poles. But maybe we can even do it the regular way. We're going to pack up our stuff and leave for the next shelter and try to get a shelter where we can make some campfire and maybe cook some real dinner. See you then. Tot zo. Tot zo.
Sure, take your time.
It's so pretty.
So we managed to get some groceries, and there's something really delicious on the menu for tonight. But first, we're riding down further in Sweden. We're on our way back, but also we're trying to get a little bit closer to the TED, the Trans-Euro Trail. And the TED is actually an off-road route with a lot of off-road trails, but also some gravel and regular roads to connect them up. And it runs through most countries in Europe, and it's separated in sections within the countries. So you can ride 1 or 2 sections if you want to, or you can ride the whole thing through the country. And we're going to try in the next few days to ride at least one of the sections, or see if it's manageable with a pillion.
Yeah.
I sure hope so, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, so maybe if we manage to get close enough, we'll ride a part of it tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it would be really cool to get my own driver's license.
Yeah.
And maybe drive it together next year or something. I would love to do that.
Yeah. We've already ridden really small parts of it last year, and it's just so amazing to ride through the forest.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So we got dinner for tonight, but what's going to be challenging is how to cook everything on the fire, because we've got some pans. We've got like 2 plates. And they also serve like pans and also cutting boards. So they're really awesome. And we've got 1 tiny pan and 1 grilling plate. And it sounds like quite a lot, but they're all tiny.
Yeah.
It's all made from titanium, and that makes it really lightweight.
Yeah, and also the multi-purpose factor of the pan and the cutting board makes it 3 things in one in one item.
But I think we will manage. But it's also the cool part about campfire cooking. It like solve the problems and see if we can fix everything and if we can make the meals we want to make. Because we don't know if there's like a grill on the campfire or if there's just a few stones and we need to fix our pan in the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really stoked about campfire cooking again. It's the first time this trip. Before it was pretty warm, and it's just not really nice to have a campfire going then. And also there wasn't really a fire ban, I think, but we're always a bit cautious about causing a fire in the woods. We don't want that. So better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to, but it's gonna be a lot better than the noodles from last night, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
see you there.
I'm stoked. We found another cool campsite. We're going to make some food on the campfire tonight. I really enjoyed the ride today. It was a really curvy road. We saw more than 100 reindeer, flocks of reindeer, and a few individual ones that were just blocking the road and just went on the road. So yesterday we saw a reindeer and we were like, whoa, reindeer! And now we were on the road and I was like, oh, okay, another flock of 50 reindeer. It was kind of weird because a really nice curvy road. You could ride about 80 to 100 kilometers per hour there. Really nice with the motorcycle, but I was also afraid of hitting a reindeer, so I had to be a bit careful. Even though it rained, it's now cloudy but not raining. Also, I don't really mind the rain when riding because we've got good rain gear, and even though it's cold, we have the down jackets underneath this. I have a rain jacket, then my down jacket, then my jersey, then my protection. And that works really well for keeping the cold out and also the rain. We looked up 2 shelters that were near to each other, so when we miss one, you can always go to the other one, because sometimes they are not there, even though they are on the map, because they were old or something and are being rebuilt. But this one, these were both there. I feel like eating now because I'm hungry from the ride. So we're gonna cook some dinner, set up camp. Emma's already busy, and then we'll see you soon.
How easy it would be to fall for you, but that of course is something I won't do, 'cause we've agreed between you and me we're nothing more than friends. How silly it would be to put this friendship to an end. How crazy that would be, yet here I am.
Dinner was so good. We used fresh pasta, so the cooking time wasn't that long, and that makes it much simpler to make. It was funny because we hoped sometimes those shelters have wood lying around. This time we were lucky, and then we usually drive somewhere and get some wood. This time we already had set up the tent. So I decided to stay here, and Luca went out. And the funny thing is, I speak a tiny bit of Swedish, but not a lot. So while riding the bike around Sweden, we saw a loppis, a sign at farms, mostly at farms, standing everywhere saying, oh, there's loppis here. So we thought like, oh, that might be firewood, because we often saw wood at the same places. So this time Luke went out. And he went around and asked people for loppis, and they were looking at him like, loppis? Yeah, that's that way. And then he finally got there, and it was that there antique or second-hand stuff.
I was at one guy's place and I was pointing at his firewood. Yeah, can I have your lopis? So yeah, it was really embarrassing, but I finally found out what the real word is, and I don't even know it anymore, by the way. But the people in the second-hand store told me the real word. But I just kept it safely to firewood after that.
See your fashion, maybe due to those hats, but at least due to the campfire, we didn't have any flies this evening, so that was great. It seemed to be a really quiet place. It's next to the Trans-European Trail, the TET. So we expected some other bikers to come along, because there are a few other shelters in this direction. So we'll go and brush our teeth, get ready for a night's sleep. Tot zo! We slept well. Yesterday, while I was setting up the tent, I noticed that one of the tent poles was a bit bent. Probably when we were at the Arctic Pole Circle with the hard wind, it got bent because the whole tent was going flat at the time. Well, the tent still works. The big Agnes tent is perfect, but this is a 3-season tent. They say it's not meant for that condition. Never again. Never again such harsh weather. Yesterday we were driving up past an area that was also without trees, and it looked really beautiful, but we were like, no, we're not gonna camp here because you never know, maybe a storm will break out. This night it said it was 3 degrees Celsius, so our coldest night yet, but the sleeping bag is amazing. We're gonna pack up our stuff and check out what we're gonna do today. So we'll be back at you.
In the next video, we need to leave a campsite because we find something pretty ominous. But until then, you can click here and check out the video where our tent pole got bent.